Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm your host, GameStradamus, and welcome to the Starcraft 2 Beta Giveaway Contest number 2. I will do the beta giveaway information at the end of this little video, but I thought I would kick off the second beta contest with a video with last contest's winner, the Turles. Turles is a really good guy. We've been playing together over the last few weeks here. I meant to have this video up a while ago, but Turles has quite a busy schedule and can only play at certain times of the week, and I got busy with some things. Plus, a lot of the beginning matches we played together, we dominated pretty quickly, so they were kind of boring to try to use for this video. But anyway, finally got a good match, so here we go. I am the Protoss here, the purple guys, and the Turles is Terran. Now the other guys just launched a little attack against us, and let this be a lesson if you're using Reapers. Reapers are very weak. They're meant for flanking around and hitting other people's mines or scouting, not for attacking. So that guy kind of was a moron, and we wiped out their first little initial attack. So this game was kind of long, so I cut up the video in a couple different places just to show some of the main battles. This is a couple minutes later after that initial attack. We've kind of built up this little army and are deciding to go at them, see what they have. We are playing against a Terran and a Protoss as well. So right before this part here, I had a probe that was in their base. So I did get to see that Protoss was going all ground and that Terran only had a few siege tanks. Unfortunately, we didn't see these other siege tanks up here on the left with my probe before he died. So we kind of get to this point where the Turles and their Terran player are having a siege tank standoff with our other ground armies in the middle. So we're just trying to get the right angle on these guys. You know, obviously if we move up in any way, we're going to take damage. So we have to try to knock out at least some of them. So Turles scans up here on the side to hopefully get some of these siege tanks. But the other one's a little farther back than our guns can reach. But at that point, we're pretty much engaged. So we're just going balls out to try to rush and power through these guys. I'm just hoping that they're targeting my Immortals so they can take most of the damage, because Immortals are very good against you know, siege tanks and any of the larger ground weapons. So we wiped out their armies, and at this point, you know, we don't really have much air defense, and we know that they're going air. So we're just going to try to knock out as much as we can. As you saw there, the guy was going for the Dark Templar. And he gets a couple off here before we got to kill that building. But you know, they obviously expanded faster than we did and invested a lot of time and money in that. So we're just going to try to wipe out what we can to hold them back. So this is a couple minutes later after this. You know, we've stacked up some units. The Turles is going for some cruisers now. He's got a couple Thors in place. I've expanded. Turles has expanded. The blue enemy Protoss player has also a third base. If you can see here, the Terran have a bunch of Banshees and some siege tank, and the Protoss have a bunch of Zealots and a couple Dark Templar. So they're rushing really hard with ground. He also has a lot of you know, unit producing buildings as Protoss. That's why he's trying to get a bunch of mining going so he can really pump out units. But our initial attack, you know, just kind of slowed him down for doing that. So lucky for us. And at this point, you know, we have some Thors and Siege and Immortals, so we're pretty well off attack air. So this other team's a little bit retarded. They didn't keep all their units together. The Zealots ran up ahead of time, so we got to wipe out like a good portion of their army before the rest of them got there. And luckily by this time I have a couple observers, because I know he's going to go Banshees. So I can see them when they're cloaked, which is a big thing for the Banshees. If you can't see them through their cloak, they can do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, they have no anti-air, so against battle cruisers, they are helpless. So he's going to retreat and try to fall back. So we've wiped out a good portion of their army. They spent a lot of money on that. We hadn't really invested as much as they had. So at this point, we're kind of set up and we're pumping away. So here's a couple of minutes after that little initial attack. We're just pumping out guys quickly. I have a bunch of gateways. I'm going stalkers because I know he's going to have air, at least to try to combat the cruisers that Turles has. So between all of our anti-air, and then we have a couple Thors and some Immortals on the ground, I think we're pretty good. So as you can see here, the Protoss guy has a lot of unit-producing buildings. So he's able to pump out guys quickly. He eventually goes for carriers. But they spent a lot of money trying to expand rather than focusing on units, which is one of the key balances in StarCraft is the micromanaging of building armies and the macro of expanding your economy and all your unit producing buildings and stuff like that. So it's always good to go a lot more ground units than you think, or I mean just a lot more units in general, because it's always better to be prepared at any given time than kind of spread yourself thin. So at this point, we're just bashing in. We know that we have them at this point, so we're not really paying attention to like these banshees behind us that were wiping us out. There was a lot of Vikings in the front we were kind of paying attention to. Meanwhile, he kind of brought in some cruisers. Luckily, I have Blink by now, so a bunch of Stalkers with Blink that are upgraded will wipe out pretty much any good air army, especially if you focus fire on the carriers. So that about does it for this match. We pretty much wipe them out from here on out. So let's go over the beta giveaway and what it's all about. So this beta key giveaway is exactly like the first one, except for this time around I have 5 beta keys to give away instead of just 1. And because StarCraft 2 is right around the corner, I would like to get these beta codes out quickly so you guys can experience this game. So instead of bringing 20 subscribers to my channel, you only have to bring 5. This is a way to kind of help promote my channel, and with more promotion, I am able to get more beta codes and more things like that to help out you guys. So it's kind of a help me help you. So, all you have to do is bring 5 friends or people you meet online, like Machinima or any of the other gaming channels. Bring them to my channel to subscribe and check it out. And then just send me a message of the names of the 5 people that you have brought to subscribe, along with your name, your email, and if you are a U.S. resident, your phone number. And in about 1 week to possibly 10 days of when this video releases, I will hold a drawing for everyone who is in the contest. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am about this second beta key giveaway. And if you guys are interested in playing with the Turles online at all, his game name is the Turles and his identifier is the Turles. He's a cool guy and he's good at StarCraft, so if you're lucky enough to catch him online, he's fun to play with. So anyway, hope to see you guys around, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Subscribe for StarCraft 2 beta codes.